party on the election year without a cent in the campaign chest, with no known names, and we still beat our way into the top 10 in the parliamentary results. I've looked back as far as I can, and I haven't found anybody who's done that. So don't underestimate the power of this movement. It's huge. So our next steps, after the 2006 elections, where we established our credibility, is we've got 8,000 members. We have founded a youth section which has about 2,000 members and is growing rapidly. We are moving into schools next. We are seeing that as the bowling pin required for us to strike in order to take the rest of the pins. So we are going to found as many school associations as part of this Young Pirate Association, that is our youth section, as we can, and use these people to make them talk among themselves about the issues, because they understand them. We are very strong among the young. We got 4.5% in the school elections, which don't count towards the election results, but is nevertheless posted on election night. That can be compared with 0.63% in the overall elections. And when looking at these 4.5%, one needs to know that we weren't on the school ballots. They were all write-in votes. So our strategy now is to go into schools in 2008, to go to the European Parliament election in 2009. That's 2 years from now. Those 2 years are going to pass quickly. And we've done the math, and we think we have a reasonable chance of actually surpassing 4% there, given how many of the young people become first-time voters and the amount of support we have there. And using credibility from that election into our next parliamentary election, which is 2010. That's our 3-stage rocket. We're also seeking to own more of the issues. In Sweden, whenever there's a file-sharing story, media calls us to comment on it. Yeah. We own it, totally. Which is kind of funny. I mean, whenever there's a story on file sharing, whenever there's somebody on charge of file sharing, there's always a comment from somebody in the Pirateparty, basically saying that the politicians as usually don't understand what they're talking about. Which is sort of a stock quote. And we're trying to use that and build leverage into also owning the privacy issue. There's a lot of surveillance populism going on right now, as in it's modern somehow to be tough on crime and therefore erode privacy, or I should even say eradicate privacy. But there's a lot of people fighting for ownership of that issue, and we are one of them. So we're trying to get into media as owners of the pro-privacy issue, owners of the pro-government transparency issue. And we want to particularly push on that in the upcoming European Union election, because that's certainly somewhere transparency is needed. So that's a bit about where we stand. And I said before that we share the same problems, but that means we share the same situation. And most importantly, that also means that we share the same opportunities. We're in a situation where we know things, we know methods, we know ways of working together that the old parties simply have no clue about. Because we are the new generation. And knowing that, Sorry, I need my cheat sheet. There. When we were founded, a lot of people tried to copy the old parties, saying that they've tried this for so long, they must have done something right. But it turned out quite differently. It turned out quite the other way. We said instead that no, we cannot beat the established parties at their own game. They are better at it than we'll get in 20 years. Instead, we did what we did better than them. We used internet collaboration. We moved faster, better, and more efficiently than they could ever hope to do in 100 years. And so we used methods that they will copy from us 2 elections from now. And we used that to beat our way into the top 10. And we did that successfully.